All right, guys. So we continue our conversation with Cindy from Aquatic Business Solutions. And if you guys have not downloaded her two podcasts, I suggest that you download those two podcasts that we did on Pool Nation Podcast. And we covered everything. We covered taxes. We covered corporations. We covered cash flow. I mean, this lady dropped some knowledge on those that I think that you guys need to listen. And we just did a video to talk about the tax write-off, the 100% tax write-off for this year. And Cindy, there's been a couple people that have taken advantage of it. And there was one of the guys that tagged us that went out and bought a brand new truck and tagged us and said, thank you, and tagged you because he did go to his tax person. And he joked around that he yelled at her, but he kind of got the information and went out and was able to go out and buy a brand new truck. And it was gorgeous.
That's
and so he's
awesome.
going to take that right off this year. So in us continuing to talk, what I want to talk to the guys about is a little bit about cash flow, because I think that's one of the things that we kind of don't understand as much when we're starting in business. Really, what is that cash flow that's going to be able to keep us running our business? So can you explain to the guys a little bit about cash flow?
Yeah. So I think most of the time we hear the word cash flow and we think, okay, the cash is flowing in, the cash is coming, I'm making money, but it really, what it is it's not just the cash that's coming in, it's also the cash that's going out. And I know on the podcast, I explained it to where it's like keeping your pump primed, right? Mm-hmm. You go to a job site and you see the leak that's happening, and it's not catching prime. And so that's what's happening is that, yes, the cash is flowing in, but it's, where is it going? Where is it going after that? And so that's the frustrating part when you're looking at your cash flow, because you see the money, it's coming in, but you don't understand where it's leaking from. And that's where, I like to help the guys, because we want to make sure that at the end of the day, you're making money for your business and that you can pay your guys, you can pay your chemicals, you can pay for your equipment, and that you can pay yourself, that you can have that extra money that you just bring home in your wallet. So one of the things that I like them to look at is, really look at your billing, how much are you billing out? And from that point, how much of it do you have to spend on your chemical usage? And how much are you paying, your extra laborers to perform those services? And you start there, and then, we keep, going in detail by detail and, just checking all the leaks and finding out where it is that, we're missing that cash flow.
Okay, so, and that really makes a lot of sense, because if you're running a business, you need to make sure that you have enough money. So if you have somebody that you're paying to do work and you're paying them every 2 weeks, you got to make sure by the end of those 2 weeks that money's there. So, it's a perfect analogy with the pump, and that's why we liked it so much, is you have that. So your pump always has to be primed. So that money coming in always has to be coming in. It can't kind of come in, stop, and then kind of come in again, because even if you have a repair, your money can come in, it stops, you don't get any money for a week, and then you don't have the money to buy the parts or the equipment to do that repair. So, obviously making sure that cash flow is coming in. So what can be something that the guys can do to make sure that their cash is always flowing throughout the month?
Honestly, one of the easiest things is setting 2 different billing dates. So for one of my guys, we did one billing on the 1st and one billing on the 15th. So that covers him to where we're billing out, the customers on the 1st. We're getting in that money, let's say by the 5th, maybe the 10th, for the people that are late. And, but that money is going to be coming in time for you to pay the guys, right? So then, the money came in, now I can pay my guys. Now you have your next batch of invoices that goes out on the 15th. And same thing, that money will be coming in between the 20th, 25th, and that gives you enough time to pay for your chemicals that are due, in the later part of the month. So even though it's coming in just in time for you to do for you to continue your cash flow, you know that it's gonna be there. You have that guarantee of, I build out on the 1st and it's gonna be there, by the 10th. And so it's a good flow of always keeping that cash in, just like your pump is always, keeping that prime, keeping that cash, that water flowing into your business and then back out.
Right. And I think as companies grow, that becomes a lot more important, because obviously if you're just a single guy, you can kind of manage a little bit, even though you have to be careful. Because an example, if your truck payment is due on the 15th and you do the billing on the 15th, then you're just hoping that money comes in through that cycle. So I think that's important to have those two dates on there. But as you continue to grow and obviously your operation gets bigger, then you really need to ensure that you have that cash flow, because obviously you're paying salaries and you're paying that kind of stuff, and you can't obviously run out of money. So Cindy, if the guys out there want to reach to you, want to talk to you, get some feedback on some of the things that we talk about, how can they reach you?
So one of the best ways is Instagram. My Instagram name is Aquatic Biz Solutions. Another is the website. It's aquaticbizsolutions.com. And through there, you can reach me by email or call me. I'll make myself available to you guys.